The soundtrack for Tokyo Revengers actually goes pretty crazy. I feel like it's safe to say Tokyo Revengers is one of those anime where not a lot of people have it as the greatest anime of all time, but it's a solid 7 out of 10. You just throw it up, enjoy it once a week, and that's what it is for me, and I'm sure that's what it is for a lot of you. But when I first started Tokyo Revengers, I was completely enamored by it and thought it was like the most unique concept ever, telling the warlord of anime, the berserk reader, the vagabond reader. I was like, bro, there's this anime, this kid died, then he went back in time, and then he goes back and forth, and they're doing this like gangster shit. The warlord was like, bro, that's a whole fucking genre. Have you never heard of Steingate? And honestly, this did catch me off guard a bit. I was broken. I was sad. I was like, what do you mean? There's other like it? I thought this was one of a kind. And hey, although that was messed up, it did introduce me to Steingate, and like, Steingate is pretty fucking good. With that being said though, as we all casually watch Tokyo Revengers, I think we can all admit that sometimes when a new episode starts, or the start of a mid-season, an episode starts and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is Takemichi always beat up? That is his most common design over the course of these 30 plus episodes. He just gets beat up time and time again. But hey, at least he beat that train though. Season 2 left off with big, ooh, ah, no way, Kizaki, he's from the future. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Now, oftentimes in anime and fiction, there's moments or surprises that we just know are coming, but they're still the right call to make just because it makes a lot of sense. And especially when Tokyo Revengers feels more like a drama than like a shonen or anything like that, it made a lot of sense, and having Kizaki finally have something to him is definitely what's needed. I think going into that, that's going to make season 3 very much so different, and we're going to get into that later. The main sticking point I got from the end of season 2 and bringing it out now in season 3, I think it's about time that we start seeing a faster pace in terms of the future and moving into the end game of the story and the bigger moments, because Tokyo Revengers, for lack of a better word, it waffles about a bit. There's a lot of same old. It's still entertaining, it's still good, and I'm sure season 3 is going to have those elements that we can get into later, but it definitely is at the point where it needs to get going and we need to start seeing what's going to happen. The season starts off and it's like new gang beating up Takemichi. This time they're red coats. I like how Tokyo Revengers gives all of these characters super difficult names, but also assigns them all the craziest hairstyles. Like, this one had red hair, this one had yellow hair, this one had a ponytail, whatever that is. Then we have white hair, then we have orange hair, and then we have teal hair. And when those two popped up on screen, I was really with Takemichi. I thought I was seeing double. I was like, wait, isn't there only one? But nah, that teal hair brother though, he's cold. I like him. I really rock with him. I hope he's here all season. One thing that always blows me away about Tokyo Revengers is the actual place of their fight. Like, these are like 15-year-old kids scrapping in the yard. None of the adults care. It's like when you're playing an open world game and it's empty and everyone's like, where's all the NPCs? And also, who's funding all these jackets and these bikes for these 15-year-old kids? Like, what is going on? But whatever. The theme is cool, and as the episode progresses, simple setup for Kizaki is with a new gang to try and, you know, fuck up Toman and get Mikey, and basically, and they added a bunch of new characters, and it seems like same old. And then we get to this huge moment in the episode that I thought was really sick. This new red coat gang, and I'm calling them red coat because I don't remember their name, on some Order 66 level activities, they jump most of the Toman members in a pretty sick scene. And hey, I finally found the adults, and they're watching this like me watching a UFC event. They're just watching that kid get beat up. No, the Inosuke voice actor, the white-haired babysitter guy from season 2, he got jumped. Now, I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Is this about to be like the Naruto war arc and we're jumping through all these fights, or is this gonna be like Arc Day and in the coming episodes all these fights are done? Because the episode introduced a lot of new characters, and if I were to guess though, the whole day in the anime is gonna get wrapped up really soon, and then the next few episodes are gonna be them planning their get back, and that's what a majority of the season is. You know, the mid-season is gonna be them going to get their get back. They're probably gonna fail again. That's what I see. It's definitely gonna happen. And then towards the end of the episode, we see the orange hair and teal hair Takemichi and Chief Keef march into a warehouse to take on 100 members of the new gang, and it's about to be intense. The 4 of them against all of them, and they have their leader there. It's about to be a bloodbath. Never mind, that guy is friends with Takemichi, and he thinks Takemichi is a hero too. What the fuck, man? Is this kill him with this kindness shit ever gonna end? But like, actually, how has he become the leader of the first division of Toman and he has no type of hands? And deadass, he just be talking himself out of situations. He knows everybody. Actually, not even half the time does he successfully talk himself out of situations. And how does this guy somehow remember him? What was Takemichi doing at like 8 years old that this guy remembers him? Like, what? And also, what's with all these like 15-year-old kids ready to dedicate their lives to other 15-year-old kids? kids. Like, bro, what the fuck is up with these guys? That's Takemichi's childhood boy, and he's not even gonna help him because there's guy's his hero. Like, what does that even mean? And then the scene with Mikey and that guy's hero from the Red Gang definitely give me the vibes that Mikey's about to get his ass kicked. Then have to do some Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader shit in order to get strong enough to beat him. But nah, I already see Takemichi crying ass talking about, no, don't go too far, Mikey. You gotta be bro back. Let it go. And it's about to be just like that one scene from season 1. This episode, I feel like introduced a lot of new characters, saw a lot of new hairstyles, and I hope they don't forget the slice of life charm that made season 1 and parts of season 2 so special. It does seem like they know it's time to start wrapping it up. And I haven't read the manga, but those stinky, annoying manga readers been complaining about the ending. I'm still excited to see it. What Tokyo Revengers has always done really is to hype you up to see what's gonna happen next when you jump into the future. Whether they're balling out in buildings or about to get shot, or they're going to dinners, there's always a mystery. But at the same time, there needs to be more on Kisaki. That seems to be coming now, because it seemed that though he was just this master manipulator, but without really understanding the how and the why. And he always seemed like he was just doing random shit half the time. So with Kisaki actually getting fleshed out, I think we're gonna see Tokyo Revengers elevate. Now, is Tokyo Revengers gonna become the greatest show of all time? No. Is it gonna be a good show to watch once a week? Yeah, and I think the more they develop the characters, the more the show will level up and become better and better. And eventually, it's gonna start telling a way better story. The slice of life elements of this show are what really makes it special for me, and I feel like that's what adds the weight, because the plot can sometimes be a little exaggerated, a little extreme, and something that you can't really take too seriously, but the slice of life elements can implement that care factor. I mean, it seems all goofy at first, and then the red-haired kid, he's hanging out with Takemichi one day, and then he's jumping off buildings, driving into cars the next day, and you jump into the future, and stuff like that, the extreme jumps. And Hina wasn't even in this episode, and we saw her literally get like half her body cut off by a car, and then you see them hanging out the next episode in the past. It's that shock value that really makes Tokyo Revengers unique, because not a lot of shows can have this goofy feeling in one part and then jump to a super serious part. So Tokyo Revengers is honestly really enjoyable to watch, and you should give it a shot this fall season. If you want to know something else you should watch, check out this video on Mushoku Tensei, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.